This is the story of a man who survived in one of the deadliest jungles in Africa for 72 hours. The jungle we are talking about is so deadly that even the locals fear it. It's the perfect place for someone to go missing and never be found again. So what makes this place so dangerous? Stick around and find out. Before we start, welcome to our channel, where we bring you the craziest and weirdest things happening around the world. Some of the things discussed in this video may be offensive or disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised. We, the makers of this video, in no way support or condone the actions of the subject. The haunting whispers of the forest echoed through the dense canopy, carrying with them tales of unspeakable horrors and unimaginable beasts. Legend had it that those who dared to venture into its shadowy depths were never seen again, and this reputation was well deserved. Over the years, the jungle had claimed countless victims, their souls lost forever in its tangled embrace. Yet some brave souls, or perhaps foolish ones like our protagonist, were drawn to its eerie call, hoping to uncover the secrets hidden within its haunted embrace. One such person was a young man named Anonymous. He was known by the locals as the Snake Whisperer due to his uncanny ability to communicate with these creatures. His knowledge of snakes was vast, and he had a deep respect for their power and grace. Many people considered him crazy because of his unusual hobby, but he didn't care about their opinions. As a boy, he had always been fascinated by snakes and had spent countless hours observing them in their natural habitats. He learned their behaviors, their language, and their unique characteristics, and he developed a profound connection with them. His ability to communicate with snakes was nothing short of miraculous. He could calm a venomous snake by simply speaking to it in a low voice, and he could predict its next move with an accuracy that bordered on the supernatural. Despite his gift, he kept it secret for many years, fearing that others would mock him or worse, try to exploit his abilities for their own gain. But when news of a deadly snake infestation in a nearby village reached him, he knew he had to act. He went to the village and offered his services, and soon he was able to rid the town of snakes, earning the respect and gratitude of the villagers. From that day on, he became known as the Snake Whisperer. But this was not enough for him. He wanted more than just the respect of the villagers. He wanted to understand the true nature of the snakes and their place in the world. He spent years traveling all over Africa, studying snakes and learning from other experts. He learned about their evolution, their role in the ecosystem, and the myths and legends that surrounded them. He was not content with just studying snakes. He wanted to experience everything that the jungle had to offer. He slept in the trees, ate strange fruits, and hunted wild animals. He faced many dangers during his adventures, but he was always able to escape unscathed. Some people believed that he had made a pact with the jungle itself, and they were probably right. He was not the same as other people. He did not fear the darkness of the jungle or the sounds of the night. In fact, he felt a sense of peace and tranquility in the midst of the chaos. He understood the rhythm of the jungle, the language of the birds, and the whisper of the trees. He knew that there were dangers lurking in the shadows, but he was not afraid. He respected the power of the jungle, and he knew that he could not defeat it. So instead, he chose to embrace it. After spending so much time in the jungle, he began to feel like he belonged there. He was no longer the same person who had first entered the jungle all those years ago. He was now the jungle whisperer, a man who could speak the language of the wild and understand the secrets of the jungle. He was already considered a legend among the villagers, but he wanted more. He wanted to go deeper into the jungle to explore the darkest and most dangerous parts of Africa's oldest jungle. He wanted to see what lay at the heart of the jungle, to uncover its secrets and to face its greatest fears. But everyone tried to convince him to stay away from there because no one had ever returned from there alive. He knew that he was taking a huge risk, but he couldn't resist the call of the jungle. He packed some supplies, including his machete, a knife, a compass, and a camera, and set off into the unknown. As he ventured deeper into the jungle, he realized that he was entering a different world. The trees were taller and thicker, the air was heavier, and the sounds of the jungle seemed to intensify. He could hear the roar of unseen animals, the buzz of insects, and the whisper of the wind through the leaves. It was as if the jungle itself was watching him, testing him, waiting for him to turn back. But he pressed on, driven by his insatiable curiosity and desire to explore the unknown. Days turned into nights, and he still hadn't found anything unusual. Just when he began to think that perhaps the stories about the jungle were just that, stories, he heard it. It was a low, guttural sound that seemed to come from the depths of the earth itself. The ground beneath his feet began to shake, and the trees swayed violently in the wind. Fear gripped him as he realized that whatever was making that noise was approaching him. Suddenly, he saw it. It was a massive gorilla, its eyes blazing with fury, its teeth bared in a snarl. It was unlike any gorilla he had ever seen before. Its fur was matted and dirty, its muscles were bulging, and its strength was terrifying. This was no ordinary gorilla. It was the guardian of the jungle, the embodiment of its power and ferocity, and it was angry. The gorilla charged at him, its massive fists pounding the ground and sending up showers of dirt and debris. He ran for his life, stumbling over roots and rocks, crashing through the underbrush. The gorilla was fast, too fast for any human to outrun. He could hear its heavy breathing behind him, its snarling growls echoing through the trees. Just when he thought he had lost all hope, he saw a narrow opening in the trees ahead of him. He dashed towards it, slipping and falling to the ground just as the gorilla reached him. It towered over him, its hot breath on his neck, its eyes boring into his soul. With a Herculean effort, he scrambled to his feet and stumbled through the opening. He didn't stop running until he was deep in the forest, the sound of the gorilla's enraged roars fading behind him. But the encounter left him shaken and terrified. He realized that he had been foolish to challenge the jungle and its guardian. He had survived the wrath of the jungle, but he knew that he had been spared only to learn a valuable lesson. The jungle was not a place to be conquered or controlled. It was a force of nature that must be respected and revered. He had seen the power of the jungle firsthand, and he knew that he would never forget it. As he emerged from the jungle, blinking in the sunlight, he knew that he was a changed man. He had faced the darkest fears of the jungle and survived. In the weeks that followed, he used his experiences to help others. He warned villagers about the dangers of the jungle and taught them how to protect themselves from wild animals. He also began to speak out against those who sought to exploit the jungle for their own gain, becoming a voice for the voiceless in the fight to protect the environment. Though he had been changed by his experience, he was forever marked by the haunting whispers of the forest. They followed him everywhere he went, reminding him of the horrors he had seen and the lessons he had learned. But he wore them like a badge of honor, a testament to his courage and his compassion for the natural world. And so the legend of the Snake Whisperer grew, becoming a tale whispered around campfires and shared among those who dared to venture into the darkest corners of the jungle. For he was a reminder that even in the face of unimaginable terror, hope and humanity could endure. That concludes today's story. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and share with your friends and family. And if you haven't already, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on future uploads.